Okay, let's get this all set up. Don't worry, Mr. Sharp. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. My name is Officer Doogie. This is Officer Bryant. We're going to ask you about the latest accusations. I know you know there's been lawsuits out against you for sexual harassment and rape. I've never touched a woman in 25 years. These accusations are beyond false. People know I've been with Hollywood. We're well aware that you are a part of Hollywood. No, I'm talking about my stylist. Very flamboyant. I haven't been with a woman in years. These accusations are false.
What about the video with Michelle, asshole?
I did that video so people can get off my zesty back. I don't want no Michelle. Ew. Unless you look like Michelle Obama and change her name to Michael.
Shannon, there's accusations about you. We can't let you go home.
I bet you I break these cuffs.
Excuse me?
I bet you I break these cuffs. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Calm down, Shannon.
I ain't about to be in jail. I bet you I break these cuffs. I bet you I break these cuffs.
Get the tranquilizer. He's about to go ape shit.
I bet you I get up out of here. I ain't going to jail for nobody. Shannon was allegedly brought in for questioning about his recent sexual assault case. He did everything in his power to prove to the world that he wasn't zesty. He even leaked his own sex tape. Now they're calling him a sexual predator. I don't believe these accusations are true. They couldn't wait to put his big black ass in jail. He was messing with all them fine women. Now they treat him like he King Kong. I need y'all to see something real fast, because when I read it, I didn't know how to feel about it. Shannon Sharpe, busting booties with a woody. That's what they trying to say he was doing. They brought him in for questionings. The lady said in her lawsuit that she slipped on a banana peel going into Shannon Sharpe's house. I don't know if they trying to be racist, trying to be funny. I don't know what they trying to do. She said, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you know what in me. This is what Shannon put out there. And this is the reason why they allegedly picked him up for questioning, because he put this woman on Front Street. She's supposed to be a Jane Doe. He put her whole government out there. That's illegal. Not only did he put her government out there, but he put the text out there as well. She said, I know you missed his big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. $25,000 a butt cheek just so he can kiss him. They said Shannon got mad when he was reading her text. The lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zoo Nigga. Now they trying to make it seem like Shannon Sharpe is a zoo nigga. They put him in a cage. He big, he black, he angry, he aggressive. They couldn't wait to slap them cuffs on that man. Without further ado, we're about to get into some highly classified details about this case, because I know y'all been waiting. I've been waiting too, and the whole world got a lot of questions. Now, I'm going to read through some more of this lawsuit before we get into the actual video of what's going on here. So y'all stay tuned, hit them likes, subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Tony Buzbee, the same dude that's going after Diddy, is working this case too. He ain't got no credibility nowhere, but somehow, some way, he keep on getting these lawsuits handed out to these high-priced celebrities. Shannon, the only person getting the bag right now. All the other celebrities, they not getting no movie roles. Netflix not calling. Comedians ain't selling out shows like they used to. Shannon, the only person out here getting the bag. And this woman want 50 million of his dollars. Look at this, y'all.
Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Does allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and abusive and eventually sexually assaulted a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing, and we're going to break down everything you need to know. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Yo, who would have thought Shannon Sharpe would be in the news for this? Who would have thought they would have hemmed up Uncle Shay Shay? His podcast doing so well. You figure if there's a brother that'd get a pass, it'd be Shannon Sharpe. But they doing him, they dragging him down just like every last one of them. Is it a conspiracy or no? He don't seem like the type of dude that would do what they're accusing him of doing, he not that gung-ho about no females like that. And you can tell by his mannerisms, he not about to snatch no coochie from nobody. If anything, he gonna throw it back. Hold on. Hold on, wait, y'all. Yo, get this shit together.
He is still swinging at high-profile men that he claims are abusers. This time, he's calling out Shannon Sharpe, the 56-year-old NFL superstar turned podcaster and commentator. Brand new lawsuit filed against Shannon Sharpe. We got a copy of it right here. It was filed out in Nevada. We're going to go over it. But Shannon Sharpe, in case you don't know who he is, he played 14 seasons in the NFL with the Denver Broncos, the Baltimore Ravens. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. After he retired, he spent time as a sports commentator and analyst. You might remember that he co-hosted Skip and Shannon Undisputed with Skip Bayless from 2016 to 2023. Bayless and his then employer, by the way, Fox Sports, they faced their own accusations of sexual misconduct in a separate filing from earlier this year. We covered it here on Sidebar as well. Now, Sharpe is part of the sports podcast space. He hosts two shows, Club Shay Shay and Nightcap. In fact, you remember his interview with comedian Cat Williams in January 2024 on Club Shay Shay? That helped spark, I should say, a renewed interest in Sean Diddy Combs and his alleged bad behavior at his infamous parties. Got a lot of people talking.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him.
Wait, y'all. Help me understand this. We talking about the same Shannon that hopped out that damn truck and everybody said he was so damn zesty that it didn't make no sense. The same Shannon that the whole world was laughing at because he was so flamboyant. Hold on. The same Shannon with that tight ass green outfit on, and people could not stop laughing. Look at this.
I'm stopping today. 2-1.
Shit out of here.
The line started over there.
Man, get this shit out of here.
Today we got up early, had a late night. We don't do excuses here. We just get the job done. But this one we signed up for.
Hold on, run that back.
I'm stopping today. 2-1. The line started over there. My last stop of the day. We got up early.
Do he look like he taking some coochie to y'all? Let me know. Do Shannon look like the type that would assault a woman? Like, give me that pussy. You better give it, girl. Don't play with me. You better give it to me right now. Right now. That's right. Give it to daddy. Give it to daddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Call me Shay Shay. Call me Shay Shay. Call me Shay Shay. Do y'all believe it or no? Somebody said, hell no. Do y'all think he got the mannerisms to snatch a female up? He wanted so bad. This woman had to be the aggressor in a relationship. She was the one being nasty with him. He didn't even want the coochie. He ain't respond to none of this shit. She trying to sell her ass for $25K a cheek. She said, I know you miss this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. He probably blew his nose after he heard that. Like, stinking bitch. Tony Buzbee got her fat ass. She might be bigger than the chick that said Usher gave her herpes. Tony Buzbee is a blatant and clinical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. And they entertaining this BS. You figure America loved Shannon Sharpe, but you figure America loved Bill Cosby as well. You figure America loved Diddy at one point, but not no more. It's like these brothers can't win. And I ain't on his side. He probably did it. We're going to have to wait and see what's really going on. But as far as these raunchy text messages, she was leaving Shannon. I don't believe not one word that's coming out her mouth. She said, only if you gave me that baby gravy, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I could do whatever I want. She was begging Shannon to get her pregnant. She wanted to have his baby gravy all in her face, all in her belly. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. She said, I want to put my tongue in your butthole and then marry you. After she put her tongue in his butt. I thought it was no sex before marriage. She trying to put her whole tongue in Shannon Sharpe booty and then get married to his ass. She said, that's my daddy F. I want you to put that big black baby in me. Whoever this white lady is, she racist. She wants Shannon to put a big black, and I ain't gonna say the rest, baby in her, man. What else she said? These messages are just a sample of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Miss Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Miss Zuniga. So he got freak chicks in his phone saying all this wild, bizarre shit. Then she turned around and tried to sue this man for $50 million, y'all.
Let him know. I did. I did.
But now it's Shannon Sharpe who's in the spotlight for his own accusations of abuse. Because on Monday morning, Texas attorney Tony Buzbee announced on his Instagram that he'd filed a $50 million lawsuit in Nevada court against Sharpe. On Instagram, he wrote in part, I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court. So we're going to go over this, but I want to first bring in John Clune, civil attorney who litigates on behalf of survivors of sexual abuse and sexual assault. John, so good to have you. And again, this is kind of breaking news. I didn't have an opportunity to fully go through this lawsuit. So you and I are going to break this down in basically real time. When we saw this early this morning, it was a shock to us. What was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was the timing of it, to be honest. Before I read the lawsuit, just the timing of it for it to be filed, on Easter Sunday, that struck me as an unusual move. But then as I went through the lawsuit, the allegations are pretty disturbing. We don't know if they're true or not, but what's written in the complaint is pretty terrible stuff.
Yeah, he did that with the last case. I think he filed it on Christmas. Then he did another one on Halloween. So he did this one on Easter Sunday. So that catch everybody off guard. You know it's going to go viral. Something like that happened over the holiday weekend. When it hit Monday, it's going to hit hard.
John, I have to say, to go after Shannon Sharpe, if you're Tony Buzbee, after what just happened with Jay-Z. Remember, he filed that lawsuit on behalf of a Jane Doe, a woman who claimed that she was 13 years old back in 2000 and was sexually assaulted by Jay-Z. That lawsuit was dropped, and it came after serious questions of her story and credibility surfaced, both by reporting by NBC News and evidence that was presented by Jay-Z's side. Jay-Z ended up suing this woman, suing Tony Buzbee as well. So now to go after Shannon Sharpe, another high-profile figure, does that tell you that he feels he has the evidence in this case?
Everyone knows you need a lawyer after a car accident. But what if I told you there's a better way? One.
Well, Mr. Buzbee is a pretty bold mover in this space. I mean, he seems to not be, shy about his decision making. So it could mean that he's got the goods in this particular case, or it could just be, kind of par for the course. And this is how he, handles his high profile cases.
But and me and I know, you can't just file a frivolous lawsuit. You can't file a lawsuit to harass somebody. You have to believe the law, the facts. There's, there has to be some semblance of facts that you put forward in a complaint that pass on a motion to dismiss test. So he has to feel that he might not have all the evidence right now, but he has to feel confident in Jane Doe's account, right? Otherwise, he'd be breaking ethics rules.
Yeah, and the thing with these accounts, like in a sexual assault, just a Jane Doe against an individual, is it's really hard to get rid of that case on a motion to dismiss, or even down the road on a motion for summary judgment. Because if you have your client who's saying, this is what happened to me. And then in this case, say Mr. Sharpe says, no, that's not what happened. It was very different. That's really a trial issue. That's not something a judge is really going to dismiss on motion. So other types of cases that have more subtle elements to them maybe can get dismissed on motion, but this kind of thing is really hard for a defendant to get rid of short of trial.
By the way, our content shows just how rampant crime is right now, and that is especially true with cybercrime. Cybercrime growing more dangerous and widespread. It threatens businesses like never.
You know, oh man, how can I put this without being messed up about it? But Black Hollywood, the black media, whatever you want to call it, people gonna call it quits. What was it? Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN because he had a party with some strippers or whatever, and they found out he was partying with the strippers. So black men having a sexuality is basically a crime. And that goes for men in society too. If you all about the chicks and you all about getting some butt and you all about the ladies, you a damn criminal. You could be locked up for that. You can't even present yourself like that. You're going to be a creep regardless of how old you is. You could be a 19-year-old creep, a 25-year-old creep. And the older you get, the creepier it get. So if you're a black man listening out there, you expressing your sexuality in any way, shape, or form is a no-go. Because anything sexual about you is a criminal offense. These men got money, and they still can't have no sex without getting in trouble. They got damn near $1 billion. And there's somebody out there judging them based off of their sexual behavior. Now, if you assaulting people and you taking advantage of people, you need to go to jail for that. But what happens in your bedroom, if it's consensual, that ain't nobody's business. They taking Shannon's personal business and making it public, throwing harsh accusations on him. You would think it's unlawful. But since he's a celebrity and he got money, I guess that's what comes with it. But for you average Joes out there, let them find out about your sexuality in the workplace and see how hard it's going to be for you to maintain a job once they find out you be on whatever website you be on. Now, they said they picked up Shannon Sharpe and they questioned him when they picked him up. I need y'all to listen at this, man.
Okay, let's get this all set up. Don't worry, Mr. Sharpe. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. My name is Officer Doogie. This is Officer Bryant. We're going to ask you about the latest accusations. I know you know there's been lawsuits out against you for sexual harassment and rape. I've never touched a woman in 25 years. These accusations are beyond false. People know I've been with Hollywood. We're well aware that you are a part of Hollywood. No, I'm talking about my stylist. Very flamboyant. I haven't been with a woman in years. These accusations are false.
What about the video with Michelle, asshole?
I did that video so people can get off my zesty back. I don't want no Michelle. Ew. Unless she look like Michelle Obama and change her name to Michael.
Shannon, there's accusations about you. We can't let you go home.
I bet you I break these cuffs.
Excuse me?
I bet you I break these cuffs. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Calm down, Shannon.
I ain't about to be in jail. I bet you I break these cuffs. I bet you I break these cuffs.
Get the tranquilizer. He's about to go ape shit.
I bet you I get up out of here. I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Man, I hope that he able to beat this case, because if he don't, he gonna be sitting in jail with Diddy. They might put him in the same cell that Bill Cosby was in. Got put in pop sticks under the little mat. Hopefully he beat this case. Hopefully he able to go home and start all over. But one thing for sure, they will not have him up there at ESPN. It's over. They will not have him doing Club Shay Shay anymore. If y'all was waiting for Cat Williams to come back, it ain't happening. He's not gonna be doing no nightcap. He gonna have to take whatever money he made and go into hiding. That's if they don't put him in jail for this. His reputation is ruined. There's nothing he can do to fix it. Once these type of accusations is out there, it's hard for it to go away. So they basically just took Shannon Sharpe and threw him in the trash. They ain't got no proof, no evidence, no nothing, but they still presented it to the world. His balloon blew up and then popped. It's over. The confetti is falling. His party is done. Now he got to go sit next to Diddy and all the rest of them weirdos. And it got me wondering, are black men really this vicious? Are black men really this nasty? Are these accusations true? Because if they are, we got a problem. These men need help. These men need counseling. Maybe they need Dr. Umar Johnson. Y'all need to listen at this real quick.
Shannon Sharpe, you must never snow bunny again after this, my brother. All sisters. Uncle Shay Shay, we're going to ride with you, Uncle Shay Shay. The unapologetically African alpha males are going to ride with you, Uncle Shay Shay. No more snow bunnies after this, my brother. That's it. Your snow bunny card has been revoked. You should have never had one in the first place. Of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with my Uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with my Uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay. No more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro-Queens? Is Uncle Shannon being accused of snow bunnies or Afro-Queens? Who can confirm? Does anybody know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers? Are they black or are they white? Are they black? Is this a rice bunny situation? Is this a snow bunny situation? Is this a sand bunny situation? Is this a salsa bunny situation? Teresa Double O. If you have a co-wife, you can fill out my wifey resume. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. You know my number. 215-989-9858. You know my number.
Y'all remember when Diddy was in Central Park and they were saying he was looking real gorilla-ish and he was just out there free and he ain't had no business out there. His ass needed to be in jail. Y'all remember this? Look. His ass looked like he needed to be in the zoo or in a cage somewhere. He got all extra buff. He was walking on his hands and all that shit. That scared people. And he was accused of all of that weirdness. Who knew if he was going to snatch somebody up and drag them up in a tree or some shit? I don't never remember him being that buff. He pulled the banana out of his pocket and everything. They had to get his ass off the street. Them people was terrified. They couldn't even enjoy their day. Now Shannon Sharpe on the loose. You know they're going to snatch his ass up. Let Shannon go to the park like that and be sitting there looking around, people out there with their wives and kids. After he got accused of what they said he did, they're going to snatch his ass up again. Look.
Yeah. George's here.
That's the part right there that had the zookeeper come get his ass. That's some scary ass shit. He a whole predator out here looking animalistic. Now Shannon Sharpe in the same situation. It's only a matter of time before they put the cuffs on his ass. Hold on.
never before. I mean, did you know that in 2024, 1 in 5 time in safeguarding your data? Right now, you can go to she will be able to continue moving forward in this litigation anonymously. I know in the Sean Combs case, several courts have said that the Jane Does and possibly even the John Does have had to come forward and reveal their identities. Talk to me about what the interests, the different factors the court will look at, and whether or not Jane Doe would be able to proceed anonymously.
Record, edit, and share your podcast all in one place with Riverside.
Yeah, I'd say at best it's 50-50 that she's able to proceed in that fashion. I mean, generally speaking, there's a strong preference in the courts for transparency and open proceedings. That includes using your real name in the lawsuit. If you can convince a court that there's a public interest in keeping her name from the public, which can be something like safety issues, it can be the shame of the situation, if it's the age of the person.
Man, this is fucked up. They got Shannon Sharpe up there on the damn sidebar. They did what they did with Diddy. Now Shannon is the next face of sexual crimes in America. He the next face. What they gonna say about him? They gonna throw Hollywood in there next. They gonna throw Ocho Cinco in there. His relationship with Stephen. They gonna go after Stephen A. Smith next. It's like they dragging all of them down with this nonsense. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. At least run it through the chitlin circuit before it make it to the mainstream. Let Tasha K do her thing for a couple of months, and all the black YouTube celebrity bloggers, let it marinate in blackness before they just take it to the mainstream. That ain't right. He going pop on the news circuit. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. It ain't right. Let us deal with Shannon for a little bit. Let the black community do the investigations and weave through this shit and see what's real and what's fake. Hear it through the grapevine before y'all take it to CNN, ABC, and all that. It ain't right.
Quite often, if they're underage, you're much more likely to be able to keep, the pseudonym. But in this kind of a case where it's one adult against another, unless there's any particular safety harms, it's not an easy thing to be able to convince a judge to keep it as a Jane Doe.
Yeah, and I've seen the argument put forward by the judge. Basically, if you are choosing to file a lawsuit and you are putting this celebrity in the spotlight, the defendant has a right to defend himself, to investigate your claims, to investigate you. You're the one who chose to file the lawsuit and put your credibility at issue. So you should have to be able to proceed with your name and your identity being exposed. But again, there are certain factors to consider. And by the way, when we talk about Tony Buzbee, let's not forget, he filed numerous lawsuits on behalf of others against Sean Combs. That's how his name has really come up in the news in the past several years, right? He held that press conference where he said that he was representing so many dozens and dozens of...
At least he had a black person standing with him when he did the bullshit. These people ain't got a black person on they if they gonna talk about Diddy and Shannon Sharpe, they need to have a black person present. Shout out to Buzbee. He know he wrong, but at least he got a sister there to hold him down. So it won't make him look like a complete asshole in the situation. But whoever these people are, they don't give a fuck. They ain't even got on no hip hop attire. At least that Hot 97, when they doing the culture vulture thing, they got on hoodies or whatnot. At least Hot 97, even though they ain't got a black person on the roster, except for Funk Flex, at least they know how to wear Cool G and all that shit to make it look hip hop. At least. Look at this. Y'all bear with me. They represent, it's a whole bunch of DJ Khaled's up there. They all, the whole family Khaled. And they represent hip hop culture. How the fuck they do that? Every last one, you got one. The only time a black person, a part of what they got going on is when they interviewing one. They running Hot 97 for the culture. I just don't understand it, man. And I ain't hating or nothing, but come on. But that's Negro here no day. Yo, shout out to Hot 97 and what they got going on. Shout out to Funk Flex for being the token of the whole damn station. But that's Negro here, no there. Let's get back into this.
Accusers against Sean Combs. So now I want to dig into what this lawsuit has to say. So Tony Buzbee, let me just say this, known for his flamboyant speech in his civil filings. And in this one doesn't appear to be any exception because it begins, a woman can say yes to consensual sexual relations with a man 99 times. But when she says no, even once, that no means no. Defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who's accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this basic concept. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. According to the complaint, Jane Doe worked out at this same gym as Shannon Sharpe in Los Angeles, and she was 19 at the time. This is what she claims. And she claims that he had been watching her during her workouts and finally introduced himself, insisting that she give him her number. And the filing says that Jane Doe found Sharpe, quote, physically intimidating. The lawsuit reads, over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued plaintiff. He constantly approached her at the gym.
When he came to get her phone number, all you see is his shadow overshadowing her body. Like, give me your phone number, baby. Like, okay, I will, whatever you say, man. She was intimidated into giving him her phone number.
Attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning.
After he blew her phone up for days, she looking at it, she sending him the voicemail, he keep on texting, and eventually she like, whatever, I'll give in to his big black ass. Hopefully he don't eat me or do me dirty. And that's exactly what he did. He did her dirty. She regrets she even gave him the time of day, according to her.
She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA. She refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. Now, the lawsuit claims that this relationship between Sharpe and Jane Doe, again, more than 30 years his junior, was consensual, but it was rocky. She said he'd insisted they were exclusive, but then was caught multiple times lying about his whereabouts and who he was seeing. According to the filing, quote, by October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively worse beyond anything plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do to her things that would make no other man want her. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain the relationship.
Like, I'm a doodle in your face. Have you ever been to Dubai? You never been? You're going to be to Dubai tonight. As soon as I get done with you. Matter of fact, go in there and get them paper towels. I want to do some things to you tonight. Lay right there. Put your head, lay your head back. He made her lay her head back in the toilet while he pulled on his pants. I'm going to do some things to you that ain't nobody going to want you after I do this, baby.
Was exclusive. He had at this point accidentally or purposely, to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. What had once become manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister.
After all that bullshit she said, now she making it seem like she was in love with Shannon Sharpe. Like, how could you cheat on me? You were having sex with another woman. We all heard the tape. Like, he didn't make that shit up because everybody was calling him Zesty. Like, he didn't put that bullshit out there just to stop the murmurings about him being gay. He was so sexually disgusting. He put out a sex tape and it broke her heart. Even though he wanted to do things to her to make no man ever want her. Man, somebody, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. I don't have an opinion. Let me see what y'all talking about over here real quick, man. Because I want to show that apology tape that Shannon did. But let me see what y'all talking about real quick. She said, I can't picture Shay Shay doing all that nonsense if she didn't want it, Blaze. With them text messages that he released, she was the one wanting him to do all that nasty stuff. Shannon is a Cancer. He ain't about to be doing all that. He ain't trying to risk his livelihood. He got way too much going on for him to be living like a, to be doing nonsense like that. He see what's going on in the news. He see what's happening. The last thing he want to do is mess his situation up. He got an adult daughter that he got a close relationship with, but he did grab her booty when which was very, very, very weird. Very, very weird the way he grabbed his daughter booty. And he gripped it and said, did y'all see that? Hold on. Shannon. I did a video about it. Daughter. Hold on. SAT Sean Blazington. I did a whole video about it. He smacked the booty and said, Hold on, let me see if I can put... Y'all need to look at this real quick. Look. Hold on, no. This. Yeah, put that on there. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. Look. Hold on. Cut that music. Okay, look at this, y'all.
My daughter, come here, Katie. Come here, hurry up, come on. And you better not cry. You will make your daddy cry again. I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister. I love you more than words can say. I love you. Skip Bayless. I appreciate you, man.
He smacked that ass and said, and kept on squeezing. All you see is his fingerprints going in her ass.
I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister. I love you more than words can say. I love you. Skip Bayless. I appreciate you, man.
I love you, man.
What is he on? He got a nugget of that ass.
Sorry, come here, Katie. Come here, hurry up, come on. And you better not cry. You will make your daddy cry again. I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister. I love you more than words can say. I love you. Skip Bayless.
Man, he bought that. I don't know what to think about this, man. Am I the only one that think this is weird? Is that normal behavior? Have your dad ever gripped your ass like that and smacked your butt out? I did this for you, baby. You, your brother, your other sister. Well, where the fuck they at? How come she the only one there? And why you gripping on her like that? They going on daddy-daughter dates all day. Whenever you see him, he was. What is that all about? Somebody said very weird. I'm going to play it again, not because I want to see it, but because it happened and I can't believe it happened. I don't want to see it because this is weird and everything, but hold on.
My daughter, come here, Katie. Come here, hurry up, come on. And you better not cry. You will make your daddy cry again.
Y'all heard that? Then every time he say, I'll be like,
I did it all for you.
He spread her cheeks apart. Hold on, wait a minute.
I did it all. I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister. I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister.
Why is he gripping on her like that, y'all? Help me understand. If he could do his own child like that, ain't no telling what he'd do to a stranger at the gym. Maybe he don't know how to be appropriate. He did spread. If you look real close at her pants, it's a large gap form when he bring her closer. Man, I know this shit weird, but y'all got to pay attention to the details.
I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister, I love you more than words can say. I love you. Skip Bayless, I appreciate you, man.
I love you, man.
My daughter appreciate it.
Man, I can't even watch it no more, man. If they start pulling up shit like this, he might have a whole court case. I want y'all to look at this real quick. And I ain't trying to get demonetized or nothing, but this is what's really gonna have them throw the hammer on him. Look at this, y'all. It sounds like he need to open the window up in that bitch. Like, we ain't got no AC, baby. You're gonna have to wait for the janitor to get here or something because the AC is not working. I told you, eat another popsicle, drink some juice, drink some water. We ain't got no AC. Either that or go home. Just go home. Like, the windows are broken. There's no AC. I don't even know why you're here. I have other company coming over. You can stay in that room, be hot all you want. If you don't want to go home, then hell, stay in that room. I told you the maintenance man ain't gonna be here till Monday morning. How about you just come back on Monday? Like, I want to be with you, Shannon. She dehydrated, slipping in and out of consciousness. Can y'all believe this bullshit? Hold on. She waited till Shannon went to sleep and grabbed that toy. Like, I told you, I just can't get it up, honey. I haven't been with a woman in a long time. I really haven't. I don't know why they told you to come see me. Did they pay you or do I have to pay with you? They're trying to be funny sending these girls over here. Matter of fact, I got some toys for you. Just go ahead, put this on yourself, and I'm going to hit the record button because they've been calling me Zesty ever since I got out the truck with my tight little outfit on. So if you can do me a favor, I'm going to leave this right here, and I'm going to give you this toy. And when I come back, I need you to make magic for me, okay? It's like, whatever. He probably pay her to play with herself and make them sounds so he can leak it to the internet, man. You don't hear no cheeks clapping, no nothing. That big-ass motherfucker, you don't hear no furniture moving. He big, buff, and gentle. He humping like they on Cinemax or some shit. He tore that ass up like he on HBO. Just tongue kisses and rubbing and slow grinding. I don't believe it, man. It's going to be hard. If he would have just came out and said he was zesty to begin with, he wouldn't be going through all this shit.
Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, Shannon Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and anally raped plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. He did it again in January. Now, before I get into what the claims for relief are here, first, John, your thoughts on that narrative put forward by Jane Doe?
Yeah, I mean, it's deliberately graphic narrative. There's nothing inherently wrong with going into that level of detail in these types of cases to kind of get the court's attention on how serious this is. But it's probably on the more graphic side of the scale in terms of these types of pleadings.
If there are recordings, how would she be able to get access to them, and how could that help her?
You know, you would have thought Shannon was the only brother out here representing for the brothers' right. You know, we don't have that. We don't have a lot of black men representing us right. You got Kodak Black eating chicken in the middle of the street. Kanye West done lost his damn mind. Talking about he was sucking off his cousin till he was 14 years old. Diddy sitting in jail. Bill Cosby, he a freak. Shannon Sharpe was the only brother out there representing right that all people could agree that that brother's all right. Shannon cool. He good people. He may be a little zesty, but who cares? That's our man. People look forward to seeing the Club Shay Shay. He sit down with legends. He just did an awesome interview with Bobby Brown. Before that, Damon Wayans Jr. We like, oh, we on to something here. Not only do he represent for the brothers right, but he able to work with other brothers and shine a positive light on them. He did a whole Bobby Brown interview and didn't say nothing about no coke. It didn't say nothing about Whitney Houston. It was a clean Bobby Brown interview, and Bobby was comfortable the whole time. Now we ain't got that no more. What the fuck, man? They couldn't leave Shannon Sharpe alone. That's how you know it got to be some BS. But then again, if he out here doing stuff like this.
Come here, hurry up, come on. And you better not cry. You will make your daddy cry again. I did it all for you guys. You, your brother, your other sister. I love you more than words can say. I love you.
Man, he got a palm on that apple. You figure he wouldn't know what's going on. He know exactly what's going on. He know everything that's going on. And he can't get enough of it. And it's disturbing. As much as I want to say positive things about him, that's beyond weird.
I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon. Shay, there are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times. And I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of, even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself. Not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities. But to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let them call them. I called my sister. My friends, obviously, my friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone. Staged. Came in, I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after.
So he came in the room, threw the phone on the bed. It wasn't no conversation, no dialogue, no nothing. It wasn't no startup, no kissing, no massaging. He just threw the phone on the bed. She was already in there waiting. And he proceeded to smash without smashing. He clapped them cheeks, but no clapping sounds.
After a while, Jamie Fritz, who's been my longtime marketing guy, he finally got through to me and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, you know, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped.
Don't the IG Live, you have to ask a couple of times before it go live? It's not just going to put you on live. Matter of fact, I've never been on IG Live neither, so I'm about to test this out real quick and see how this thing works. So you hit the plus button. It says post, story, reel, or live. So you got to pick between one of them. It's not just going to put you on live. Create longer reels. No, we ain't doing that. What about, okay, live. Open the set. You got to open the camera settings. If you never did it before, you got to go to your settings. You got to put the camera and all that shit on there so it can have access. Then go back. It's going to reboot. It's going to start the whole IG over again. Then you got to go back to the plus. You got to add a title. And then you ask if it wanted in 4K, surround, all of this shit. It asks if you want a filter on your shit. You're not just going to go to IG and it's going to pop up and put you on live automatically. He on some bullshit, yo.
Drop.
Hold up.
Call me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped. And obviously, I run my account, but Jordan, being the good Samaritan, the good soldier that he is, Jordan the one that cut it off. Because hell, I didn't even know it was on. Jordan cut it off. Jordan put the message up. And then after I called my agent, the agency, I called ESPN. After I was like, I just got this good, tell them the truth. I said, I just got to tell them the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk. Hey.
This man said, get it in. Like, yeah, I blazed them cheeks. I smashed girls. I fucked around and ended up on IG Live. I'm a nasty man. That is not going to help him now. That's going to hurt his whole situation. They're going to have a field day with him. He should have never pulled that stunt. If he would have never pulled that stunt, they would have had nothing to work with. But now they do. He a deviant. He mischievous. He nasty. He raunchy. He old, but he still get it in. He still got a sexual appetite. Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe accused of sexual assault in lawsuit. The football great, TV analyst and podcaster denied any wrongdoing and said he only had consensual sex with the plaintiff. He out here making all that money. Every time you see him, he got a new chain around his neck. He got new deals coming in left and right. I think he recently had a deal for $100 million. Let me look this up. Shannon Sharpe. 100 million. Yeah, look at this, y'all. Shannon Sharpe nears historic. He was nearing it. A historic $100 million deal for Club Shay Shay. Sharpe's viral podcast empire, including Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, is poised for a massive payday. So right before he could get his bag, somebody came in and said they want half. Buzbee seen that, and they worked out a way to get half of that money. And this is recently. They put this out the same day. They fucked up this man money. This is heartbreaking, yo. As soon as he was about to get that big bag, now how they gonna give him the money with all these accusations out there? He can't bring no comedians. He can't bring a good comedian up there. He bring Mike Epps up there. You know he gonna be cracking jokes. So Shannon, I heard you like to stick it in they booties. Oh, Mike, cut that out. Why would you say something like that? You know those are lies. You know those rumors. Like, no, Shay, they said you be raping bitches. I ain't never did nothing like that. Now let's go ahead and change the subject because, you know, we have more serious stuff to talk about. It's going to be hard for him to ever do an interview ever again. He fucked up. Look at this, y'all. Shannon Sharpe is proving how much of a force he is in the world of sports media. The Hall of Fame tight end and former FS1 undisputed star is reportedly fielding multiple offers as his deal with Colin Cowherd's The Volume Podcast Network comes to an end. Hold on, wait. Yo, Could they be trying to keep him from not taking that money? Like, Shannon, we need you. You can't leave us, man. We built this thing together. What do you mean you want to go to BET? Like, I'm black, they're black, and I want to be black owned, and I feel better if I do something with the Black Media Network. Come on, Shannon, it's not that easy. You just can't leave us like that. I bet you I leave. I ain't staying here. I'm about to go get some money with my own people. And now, he public enemy number one. If he would have just stayed with Volume, he wouldn't have had no problems. Y'all see how that go? As soon as he wanted to go free with BET, that's when they shut his ass down. The Volume Network podcast come to an end. According to Front Office Sports, Sharpe is expected to sign a new agreement that could exceed $100 million, setting a new benchmark for athlete-driven media. So that means basketball players and ex-basketball players, ex-football players, they don't have to be slaves and be working up there with Shaq, Ernie, and Kenny and doing the halftime shows, waiting for a slot. They got to wait 6 years for a slot. They finally got Udonis Haslam up there. He been waiting for 20 years to sit next to and you know, Chuck ain't gonna retire. Charles Barkley ain't going nowhere. That's a seat that's gonna be hard to fill. Shannon was able to make a lane after joining the Volume in August 2023. Sharpe quickly turned his Club Shay Shay podcast into a powerhouse, especially on YouTube, where the show posts nearly 4 million subscribers. His headline-making interview with comedian Cat Williams racked up 89 million views since his January 2024 debut and was perhaps one of the most impactful podcast episodes ever recorded. He shut that shit. They ain't never seen nothing like it. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50, 60, 70 million, 80 million. Money through the roof. I wonder how much of that money Cat Williams got. Now he talking about taking this podcast that they helped him build to another network. He about to run with the bag and leave them in the dust. You don't think they feel a way about that? He about to re-sign and do it all, bring Cat back. They ain't about to have that. But it's not just one show. Sharpe's next deal will reportedly cover the entire Shay Shay media network, which includes Club Shay Shay, Nightcap with Ocho Cinco, Club 520 podcast, The Buddha Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. So he was bringing along about 3-4 more podcasts with him. Sharpe continues to make waves on television as well, appearing regularly on ESPN First Take alongside Stephen A. Smith. Meanwhile, the Volume has been expanding its own lineup, recently adding Nick Wright's podcast to the roster. Y'all know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like they didn't want, since he wanted to leave and do his own thing, they sabotage his ass. Ain't no way he gonna get that 100 mil now. People not gonna want to tune in to Club Shay Shay. He's a friggin' rapist. All of them fans, them millions of subs, now they gotta choose. Do they believe the allegations or no? With this sex tape out there and his apology, people not gonna know what to believe. Especially people in other communities, they automatically gonna write his ass off like, yep, he's another Diddy. I believe it, he's black. That's what they do. It's already a bad stigma out there, so he's fucked. And it's a shame too that it comes to this. He should have just stayed put, told them people at Volume he not going nowhere. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be having these problems right now. This was just 2 days ago. NFL great HBCU legend Shannon Sharpe reportedly signing huge $100 million plus media deal. Sharpe is becoming one of the industry's most powerful sports and entertainment podcast. They doing him like MC Hammer. Yo, and I hate to be an old head or whatever, but Google 90s. Y'all remember when Hammer was the man and he just could not Hammer 2, MC Hammer 2, but y'all remember when Arsenio Hall was the man and he just couldn't be stopped. He had everybody talking about who. His show was popping. He had Bill Clinton playing the saxophone on the show, Magic Johnson talking about AIDS on the show, Mike Tyson, Don King on the show. His shit was so legendary. He had the president of the United States playing the saxophone on the show. You ain't never seen nothing like this in your life. He was on top. They brought him down to dust. Look, Madonna on the show. Look at Michael Jackson. All of the hot stars. Vanessa Williams on the show. Sandra Bullock. Hold on. Wait. This man had Prince on the show. Prince's wife was on the show. His kids came on the show. In the 90s, he was the shit, yo. But it didn't last forever. Hold on, look. Oh, type this in. Because this was iconic. He had MJ come on the show with Eddie Murphy on the show at the same time, at the height of their careers. Phenomenal. He was the Shannon Sharpe. Matter of fact, he was bigger than Shannon Sharpe. Somebody said Arsenio was that guy. Yo, this new generation don't even know nothing about this. He had Jordan on the show. How many people had Michael Jordan come on their show? In the prime in 1990, he had Scottie Pippen on the show, MC Hammer, you name it. But this is where he fucked up. Let me show y'all. Hold up. Type this in real quick. Because I'm seeing a pattern here. This is where he fucked up. He brought Farrakhan on the show. And that's when they said, you know what? You get the fuck out of here. They ain't give a damn about how many ratings, how many views. They didn't care about how many views he was bringing in. But none of that. When he brought Farrakhan on the show, they said, okay, we about to pull the plug on this motherfucker. He offended them so bad because this man came on this, and they told him not to do it, but he figured, hell, it's my show. I could do what I want to do. Man, it is not your show. You cannot do what you want to do. And they took his ass down. Now, fast forward. Hold on. Fast forward. Damn, it don't came and went. I don't know, man. Y'all gonna have to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I don't said all I could possibly say about it, yo. It's sad to see it go down like this. It was fun while it lasted. Hey, y'all let me know if y'all think he still can keep this thing going. Because I don't want to write him off if we don't have to. If y'all believe that Shannon Sharpe can keep it going and keep the podcast rolling, and people want to go up there and sit next to the monster, the rapist, who lined up to go up there next? I'm pretty sure they had people lined up to come up there. And after this news came, they calling like, no, I'm good. They canceling their interviews. Who in their right mind would want to go up there right now? It's going to make their brand look bad. It's going to make it look like they on partying with Diddy or something like that. People go up there to promote whatever it is they selling. They go up there to promote their movies and shows, music. You don't want to promote nothing with this man right now. And whatever they got pre-recorded, they not going to want to release it. His other podcasts, they tainted. Matter of fact, we about to do something real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all gonna take a little ride. We gonna swing over to Shannon's house and take a look at some stuff. And I just want to see what's going on in them Club Shay Shay streets. Damn, what was his latest video? He dropped some set. Look at them views. What's going on? Them ain't Shay Shay views. 2 days ago, 100 and something K. He got 200 and something K. Now they fucking with his views. A day ago, he only got 19K. And a whole day done passed. They already done turned off the faucet. They already fucking with his shit. Hold on, wait, 7 hours ago.
When someone
He ain't even got no ads. They not even putting ads on his shit. Brittany butchered my song, Take It She's I Love OG Bobby. Delicate but powerful. They ain't talking about the your post was making me think way off. Tell the truth, sir. When did they leave these? Said, I believe this is a shakedown, and that young lady is lying on you and trying to ruin your reputation. They're not even talking about Bobby no more. To everyone who's reading this, I wish you nothing but success and happiness in your life. That's what's up. I love comments like that. But did Bobby write it? Hey, they sticking to the subject, which is a good thing, but them views not adding up. Thank you so much, Miss Terry. Them views not adding up. He had 4 million subs. His shit don't drop. Look, he ain't got the same subs no more. It's already dwindling. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't even gonna do him like that. But I see a pattern. I see what's happening, man. We just gonna have to wait it out and see what's going on. Okay, let me check this real quick. Because that melatonin kicking in on me. I ain't got that much longer. I probably got like 5 minutes left in me. That melatonin kicking my ass, yo. That extra strength. I ain't going to be able to do it. Only if we got a phone call. That's the only way I'll be able to stay. But I don't think that's going to be happening no time soon. Hold on. They about to go live with young DC Fly on there. They got so he got other podcasts on.
The NBA 82 game grind is done.
Where's the nightcap? It's scheduled. It's supposed to be coming on tonight. Well, what time is supposed to be coming on? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn, I shouldn't have took that melatonin. It's coming on in 20. Oh, yo, y'all get over there and let me know what y'all think about it. Y'all talking about somebody call in. Why don't you call in, Miss Terry and Goddess News? How about y'all call in? While y'all trying to get somebody else to call in, how about your ass call in? Look, people leave my video to go to the Shay Shay video. I'm about to get out of here. But yo, they might as well take them basketball players off. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Get them basketball players out of here. And just, talk about what's going on in the news. But that's Negro here, no there. I got so much love for y'all, man. Make sure y'all do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button, too. We're going to be back tomorrow with more videos. I'm talking about don't leave it. You should have called. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for about 3 hours. Ain't nobody called. Melatonin kicking my ass. I got to go. But I still love y'all to death, man. Y'all be good out there. I'm going to holler at y'all on my next video.